Air and Marine Operations, or AMO, is a uniform component of U.S. Customs and Border Protection. AMO agents, mariners, and pilots work alongside the other uniformed components of CBP. Agents also work with dozens of international, federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. AMO has 4 mission areas. The primary purpose of the Air, Maritime, and Land Law Enforcement Mission Area is to detect and successfully interdict individuals attempting to smuggle narcotics or traffic human beings across our borders, and work with our law enforcement partners to safeguard our homeland nationwide. Domain awareness is the persistent surveilling and monitoring of not only our nation's airspace, but also the borders and our maritime environment. It's the ability to detect, track, monitor, and coordinate interdiction operations against nefarious actors attempting to smuggle illicit drugs and migrants operating in the non-commercial air and maritime environment. Domain awareness is vital to knowing who or what is attempting to enter our country at all times and making sure all possible threats to our nation are identified before they cross the border. The Contingency Operations and National Tasking Operations mission area positions AMO as one of the first components to respond to natural disasters in the United States, providing life-saving rescues during catastrophic hurricane situations, floods, and fires. Agents conduct operations during high-profile events to ensure the safety of patrons and combat human trafficking. AMO has responded to some of our nation's worst mass casualty events, providing agents and officers on the ground an aerial view of the environment and enhancing protection for law enforcement officers and citizens. Threats to our nation don't begin at our border. They begin far downrange in other countries. The Extended Border and Foreign Operations mission of AMO reduces the chance of transnational criminal organizations penetrating our borders. AMO does this by partnering with other U.S. government agencies and foreign governments and taking the fight to the criminal's backyard. AMO agents working in this mission area counter illicit trafficking operations by coordinating with foreign government air and surface assets that operate in what's known as the source and transit zone. Additionally, AMO lends its expertise to foreign governments to assist them with improving their own security and capacity to fight criminals before they reach the United States. The source and transit zone encompasses a 42 million square mile area from South America through the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific. AMO employs the most highly skilled agents, officers, and mission support individuals and operates the most sophisticated technology in our country. Our fleet consists of 217 aircraft and 138 marine vessels operating in 77 locations throughout the United States, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. We operate multiple fixed and rotary wing aircraft, as well as multiple types of coastal interceptor vessels. AMO also manages and operates the Air and Marine Operations Center, or AMOC, in Riverside, California, and the Caribbean Air and Marine Operations Center, or CAMOC, in Puerto Rico. The AMOC and CAMOC are 24-hour-a-day, multi-agency law enforcement operations centers responsible for surveilling the air and maritime borders of the United States. They are the cornerstone of AMO's domain awareness mission, receiving, integrating, and evaluating data from hundreds of sensors, law enforcement sources, radar feeds, aircraft, and vessels to identify and track targets in real time. AMO is also responsible for operating 8 tethered aerostat sites along our southern border, providing persistent surveillance capabilities and monitoring of the air, ground, and maritime domains. Every year, AMO agents fly about 100,000 hours and float nearly 40,000 hours. This leads to the seizure of hundreds of illegal weapons, cars, vessels, and aircraft, more than 500,000 pounds of narcotics, and hundreds of millions of dollars of illicit currency. Agents also arrest and apprehend more than 100,000 individuals attempting to enter the country illegally each year, and rescue hundreds of people in life-threatening situations.